Welcome to Muddy River News This Week, furnished by Harvey's. I'm Bob Goff. The person I'm about to interview is no stranger to the folks on the Hill, but she's going to be taking a new job. Lauren Schellenberger is the provost currently at Culver-Stockton College, but come July 1st, she will take over the title as president. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Well, you, like I said, 15 years is what you were telling me you've been at Culver-Stockton?
Yes, I just finished my 15th year, started there in 2008 as an assistant professor of biology, and I've been there ever since.
So nobody has to show you where the bathroom is or anything like that? You're in good shape?
No, I have a pretty good lay of the land, yes.
Why did you want to become the president when, after Doug Palmer decided he wanted to go elsewhere?
Well, for the last 5 years, I've been in an executive role at the college, and so I've had a lot of opportunities to get involved in all aspects of college operations. And the college has also invested a lot in my professional development, and I felt like it was the right time to step into that leadership role.
You've had a few presidents you've served under since being over in Canton. But who are you emulating? Anybody in particular you're emulating a leadership style, or you just want to kind of put your own fingerprint on it?
You know, of course I want to put my own fingerprint on it, but I have learned something from every president that has served. And, you know, you take something away, I think, from every leader that you work with in particular. You know, I think one of the things that I take away most from, you know, some of our recent presidents, from Doug Palmer, you know, he had a tremendous grasp on higher ed as a landscape, and not just nationally but globally, and I think that helped us look forward. And you know, Kelly Thompson had a really strong relationship with students, and so I want to build something like that as well. Dick Valentine had you know, a really excellent way of looking at what the campus facilities meant for the student experience, and all the way back to Bill Fox. You know, I think he really helped us strengthen the liberal arts core as well. Going forward, though,
you know, public or private education, higher education took a hit with COVID. Mm-hmm. You really had to kind of change the way you did business, kind of reassess things. Are you back to where it was before? Or you still got to get a little farther?
You know, for me, on campus, it feels very much back to normal. We're certainly trying to get things back to normal. You know, I mean, students are a little bit different post-COVID. They had years where they were learning things online more than they were before. And so, you know, there are some ways in which they expect flexibility that we didn't necessarily see them expect before. And so we need to adapt to that kind of thing. But in terms of our general day-to-day operations, it's feeling very much back to normal.
So now that, you know, when you become president and students, everybody starts coming back on campus, do you think it's going to just feel differently since you're going to be the person in charge, or you think it's going to be like, okay, this has been my home the last 15 years. There are some things I want to do, and I know there's some decisions I get to make now, but you know, still, this is still my home, and you know, you're not going to just radically go in there and like try to change the name of the school or anything like that.
No, nothing as radical as that. I certainly have vision, you know, and I want to continue to push the college forward. We have things that, you know, all small colleges are facing as challenges, but I think one of my strengths is that I can hit the ground running. You know, when it comes to talking about the value of Culver-Stockton and, you know, what we bring to the tri-state area and to the region, and even to the nation, you know, I don't need an on-ramp. I'm there. And so I'm ready to get out there and make sure everybody knows a little bit more about Culver and continue to build the student experience, but also, you know, with an eye toward the future. We can't just keep doing the same kind of thing and expect the same result in today's climate.
Athletics are a large part of any small campus because it makes up such, usually in many cases, a majority of the student body. And so you've got the athletes, and then you've got you know, those kids who are involved in the Greek system. But if you're just a kid who's just trying to come in and find their way, and they're not necessarily an athlete, and they've never really been into, like, how do you get them to say, hey, come to Canton and come to Culver-Stockton, and we'll help you find your place in the world?
Well, I think, you know, we definitely want to make sure that they understand that we have excellent academic programs. We are the #1 college in the state of Missouri for the last 3 years in a row, in which that was measured for students getting employment after graduation. Students and parents are really focused on those outcomes. So we have that we can lead with, even regardless of all the activity options that are available to students. But I think that, you know, we can also emphasize, not only are you going to get an outstanding education, but you're also going to have opportunities to participate in so many different activities, whether it is athletics or Greek life, or whether it's student government or, you know, other types of organizations, even an organization that doesn't exist can be founded by a student. You know, you can't do that at every institution. And at a small college, a student has an opportunity to really get invested in their own experience and to make of it what they will.
And you know, you have the local kids who want to stick close to home, but then you have those who want to spread their wings, but then you have the ones who are going to come in from far away. And I think when you look at that, and I think anybody that wants to go to a smaller liberal arts school, they really want that one-on-one. They really want to be able to know, you know, they don't want to sit in a classroom with 500 kids. They want to sit there with a dozen kids. They want to have a lab, and they want that attention. That's got to be just the biggest selling point for you guys.
I think it is, and I actually think that's one of the things that contributes most to those excellent outcomes is, you know, our faculty, our coaches, all of our staff and faculty are invested in working with students one-on-one. And so they really get to know those students, whether it's in a small class or on a team roster, and they can help them find those opportunities that are the best fit for them. And so we have faculty and staff who are working every day to find internships for students, to, you know, create networking opportunities for them, and, you know, and that really makes a difference when it comes to getting into graduate school or professional school or getting a job after graduation.
So no news you want to break here on anything, like you're joining the SEC or anything? You're just ready to go in and step in. And coming in July is kind of nice though, because it gives you a little bit of time before you have the rush of the students coming in, right?
It does, yeah. There are a lot of things that we do over the summer that are planning for the next academic year. We're getting very, very excited already about the students who will be moving in August, starting with our fall athletes and then with our first year students. We're still holding registration days and getting those new students registered. So, you know, we've got a lot going on, but really we're all looking forward to August.
Well, I want to thank you for coming over, stopping by, and good luck in the new position. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, that's all the time we have for now. I'm Bob Goff. We'll see you next week.